Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another episode of Firewatch. This will be the last one. I really will guarantee this will be the last one. Last episode, it just took longer to get through because I think that I got lost. So that's what happened to the episode where I kind of got lost and I didn't know where I was going. So now we're getting out of the fire. This is the last part where we need to make sure we get out of this ridiculous fire. Not sure where this leads, and that's why I'm going this way first. Leads nowhere, it's the dead end. Okay. But yeah, we're getting out of the fire. We have to go all the way north. Unfortunately, I feel like I pissed off Delilah for checking out the Ned's. Come on, there we go. Don't like that this is like a weird trigger. I feel like I pissed off Delilah by visiting Ned's hideout. But in reality, as a gamer, as a video game player, I like to explore every nook and cranny, you know? Like, I think that there's this narrative experience that you miss if you just blindly not try to explore everything to figure out the truth. And I think that that's kind of where my brain is at. You know what? No, my bad. I keep pressing escape to exit the menu, or exit the map. I'm gonna go through the Jonesy Lake, because it's a body of water, which makes sense to get the heck out of there that way, I think. Sadly, we couldn't do the raccoon achievement. And it's sad we couldn't do the cassette tape, even though I was actually in that burnt house. That's where the cassette tape was. I just didn't know what location it was.
I know I should be relieved. Relieved that there's no evidence of us starting that fire. Relieved that we're not crazy. That there wasn't some conspiracy. But I'm not.
Hmm?
He was a sweet kid.
Oh.
With a shitty father who hid out here like a coward after dumping him in a hole.
I don't think he dumped him.
Delilah, I think it was an accident. And I don't think Ned meant to kill him.
Yeah, his note said
We
so.
don't know what happened for sure.
Ned wanted his son to be able to climb and do the sorts of things he did himself, but Brian couldn't.
Yeah.
And how'd that turn out, Henry? I'm sorry. God, it would have been so easy to tell the truth and have him sent home. I can't stop thinking about it.
Well, don't blame yourself.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
What did you do then?
Now I've got to decide whether I tell people that he's down there so they can retrieve the body or not. And if I do, I'm going to be asked about Ned Goodwin.
Oh.
D.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Is that a helicopter?
Yeah, hold on. Hey! No, there's one more. Yes, here, yeah. Yeah, he's coming. Okay, 1 second. Hey, they're here, but they're making rounds. They'll come back.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with them.
What if they don't come back?
D. What if they don't come back for me?
They'll come back. That's their job.
Just what if we missed something about something? I don't know.
Henry, you're tired. There's nothing big going on. They'll come back for you.
Just wait.
What?
I'm gonna go.
Okay. If you have to.
I have to. Hike safe.
Yeah, the other one has the fence, so we're not supposed to... I don't think we're supposed to go that direction. I don't think the left side is the right way. I think the right side is the right way. Because that's the most familiar road for me, personally, unfortunately. But also, I don't even know how far the fire is, because we can't see what the fire is in terms of distance at this point. And obviously, fires do take time before they reach here, but... It's kind of interesting that... Because I really didn't know if I should say wait or go. But I just left it to Henry, I guess, the Henry's character, to decide that. I think it would be more appealing if... It would be more appealing if... yeah, it would be more appealing if all the choices that I make kind of consults with that sort of thing. Like, it has something to do with it, I guess, in a sense. There's a helicopter, I think. Or that might be the plane to put out the fire, rather. Burnt house should be nearby, isn't it? Here? Thoroughfare lookout. Yeah, it should be nearby here. Oh, the music's playing now, though. Now, the question is, can I go to that burnt house and find the tape so I can get that achievement? Ooh, that is interesting. We can get the achievement before we go, right? The question is where, though? Where would the achievement, where would the thing be? Room fire thing. I know I'm wasting time here, which I don't want to, but I want to find that stupid cassette tape so I can play it. Cigarette again. Old trash burned. I have to like scan this area very thoroughly, isn't it? Oh Jesus! Okay, I got attacked by the raccoon achievement. Okay, great. Get the hell out of here! I didn't think that the raccoon was in there. Wait, is that how you get the raccoon achievement all this time? Oh my freaking god, that sucks. I thought it was from that other thing. Damn it! Oh my god, I think I see something in here though. Maybe not. I don't know yet. Jesus, how was it hiding in there all that time? How did it survive? How the hell did it? What? I don't know how it survived living in that stove all that time, dude. That is so dumb. Okay, I don't see anything that's plausibly openable that can check to see if it's, you know, like a cassette tape or not. So I don't think it's down here. I think it's upstairs. Upstairs and somewhere out in the field, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. I see this, and the room firefinder might be exactly what we're looking for. I'm wondering if there is a real ticking time clock to this, but I can't say for sure. God, where would the cassette tape be? I want to find this achievement to finish it up. I also didn't think that I was gonna get the raccoon one instead of the cassette tape, you know? There's nothing in here though. Okay, well, that's that, I guess. I really don't like this, that I have to find this stupid cassette tape. I really want it real bad, real bad, you know? I want to pause and think if I want to use a guide to find it. You know what? No, I'm gonna save here, manually. And then I'll just come back here after the game's over, then I'll look for it, I guess. For now, let's just follow the path and get the hell out of here. I just want to finish this game off already. Even though I want to do 100% achievement grabs for this game, but... yeah, I'm just gonna live with whatever I get. Okay, where are we at in the map? We just need to keep going. Oops, going north. I believe this is north, I guess. Alright, going down the hill and then back up the hill, I guess. I'm guessing that's the point we're going, right? I think. If I recalled being here the last time. The last time we were here was like 5 episodes ago, I think. It was a long time ago now. It's kind of crazy how time has passed in this game, mostly. We're almost to a point, to getting to wherever this is. Is it this way? I can't tell no more because this smoke is really making it hard to see, I think. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this smoke is really making it hard to know where we're headed here in some places. Alright, well... at least, well, actually, thinking about it, at least we didn't get the raccoon dead, you know? The raccoon was stuck inside the stove. He could have burned with the fire that's kind of raging on, I guess. Oh, this is the way, I think. Right? Let me see. Fudgesicle sticks. We're getting closer to wherever this is, I guess. Yeah, this is the way to go, it looks like. Yeah, I'm seeing the path, sort of. I guess they finally fixed the wire, maybe? Can't tell. Yeah, they fixed the wire, I believe. That's very interesting. Now, where are we? Going this way, I guess? Down? Down to the right, maybe? Yeah, as long as we're going this side, then I think it's enough for me to know this is the way to go. Jeez. But the music's really, like, somber, I guess I'd say is the word. Okay, oh, I keep pressing escape. Escape seems to always be, like, the thing I go for every time. But yeah, the music's very somber, very sad and depressing sounding, but also very, like, very, I don't know, not depressing per se, but... Okay, the evac is over here, I believe. Yeah, we're headed to the space where the supplies were being waited for. Or where we waited for the supplies and stuff. It is depressing that we're the only one in this park, I think. Which is kind of crazy that we're the only one in this park. Still, I say. Map. Okay, so we need to go all the way up. Okay, so it's this direction. Whatever happens to Ned, I hope he finds peace with what he's literally caused us to go through, but then again, I don't know. I have no clue. I can't say for sure. I understand what's gonna happen next for this guy. What is that? Really? We're gonna have to take that to get out of here? Let me take a picture of this. Right here. Yeah, okay. That will be my thumbnail for this episode since I didn't think that.
Hey, I'm at the evac spot near the ravine.
Hello?
Delilah, are you there?
She left, remember?
Delilah?
Dude, Henry, you're reporting to no one anymore. She already evacuated before us. Alright, here we go. Got no choice. And if we die or whatever, then that's how it goes. Alright. Is that it? Is that the end of the game? And then we just see the results of our actions, I guess? Oh, more controlling? Oh, we don't have a map this time. I feel like we're further and further away from the fire, as well as the place. Oh, maybe this is the credits roll? That would be interesting. Maybe this is the credits roll, that the credits starts appearing on these, like, random places. Have a good time? I don't know about that, man. Okay, maybe we could find, like, a cassette tape out of nowhere here. That would be hilarious. It'd be massively hilarious, the cassette tapes out here, but I doubt it. I'm looking for this one cassette tape, though. It's apparently somewhere. Wait, why are we going up to a lookout point here? Why is there a random lookout point out here? What's over here, though? Oh, is the lookout point, like, the last place we need to be to... Oh, this is Delilah's place, isn't it? Oh, this might be Delilah's place. Oh, this is Delilah's place. I'm eating that. Thank you very much. Desk lamp. So she was playing with the crossword puzzles all that time. Lucian's Gambit. Maybe she might have a cassette tape somewhere, maybe? Trying to see. I see something there. It's like cherry pie or something, maybe, it looks like. A mug. Man, this is actually very interesting to see her space here. I'm gonna eat this too. Screw it.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Ned?
Hi. Yeah, it's me.
What?
I'm back at the staging area near the trailhead. I think I see your truck.
Red? Colorado plates?
Yeah. It's a piece of shit.
Thanks.
Better than whatever you drive. What do you drive?
Yeah.
A piece of shit.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
Although I think there's a raccoon living in yours.
Make sure he's comfy, I guess.
Hey, it shouldn't take long for the helicopter to reach you.
Okay.
There's a debrief in a situation like this. Lots of questions.
Yeah,
Ugh,
makes
shit.
sense.
So, taking stock, we found out an old lookout killed his only son and decided to become a lonely hermit.
Yes.
And we prevented one fire?
Basically started another.
Okay, so that's a wash.
Oh, I'll have to figure out what I'm doing every summer from now on that isn't this.
You're not coming back?
No. And you'll have to...
Quit?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know what's next.
Tell you what, why don't you choose for me and I'll choose for you?
Oh?
All right, sure. Maybe...
Oh, I get to reply to this.
Maybe
Why not?
you could come back to Boulder with me and figure it out down there. Just a thought.
Not
You
necessary.
don't want me down there.
Well, I just asked you.
Look, I've got some things to do in Casper, and maybe I'll head south sometime after that. I could come by, sure.
Okay. So, what about me?
I think you should go to Julia,
Oh.
and then you can figure it out. Maybe put that typewriter to good use. Give me a sexy accent or something if you write about this.
Sure, I guess.
I am. Yeah.
You gotta go see her.
Of course. Would you?
Would you?
Henry, Look, you came out to put your memories behind you, and they're still right there in front of you.
She won't recognize me, actually.
She won't even recognize me, Delilah.
You're not just going for her.
You don't know what it's like.
Yeah, because she's never seen what Julia thinks.
Bad things happen, okay? And you have to find a way to contain the damage. A good way.
Interesting.
Well, hopefully I can figure out a way to do that.
Yeah, I hope so.
God, this got dark.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
There's the helicopter.
Good. They'll land back where you hiked up. Good luck, Henry.
I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, sure thing. Bye, Henry.
I don't think Delilah's gonna ever see us ever again. I think that's too optimistic thinking that she'll ever want to see us ever again. But I think it's primarily because I think that it's due to the fact that of all the things that just happened throughout this particular playthrough so far, that I decided these things that kind of results in that awkward situation, I guess, in a sense. I don't know. I think that, yeah, I think that, that was terrible. Wait, there's a thing up there. Oh, let me see what this is, damn it. So she used binoculars to watch us, I guess, from afar, maybe? That'd be weird. No, I want to see what the thing is. Oh, I saw the chair, but I can't access it because the fuel tank is blocked. Yeah, it is binoculars. I was trying to look at what that is, but it looks like it's just binoculars. Where's the helicopter? I can't see. Oh, there you are. I was like, I thought it was in the air coming down, but no, it's already here, just parked at the location. Hey guys, I'm ready to fly out of here, I guess. Going home, thanks. They're not closing this door? Ugh, they're not closing that door. What? Firewatch, achievement unlocked. A video game by Campo Santo. Is there produced in cooperation with Panic Inc.? Is there an epilogue? Or is it just that? Like, the epilogue is literally just us talking on the last part. I honestly will probably silence the music here because I want to make sure that I'm not copyright hit by a copyright. Is this the pictures I took in the throughout the time of the park? Yeah, that's hilarious. I just chose random ass like spots to take pictures of, which is fine. I guess that's preferred. Honestly, in my opinion, it's preferred that I took random nature valley looking spaces. I guess. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for Firewatch. I knew this game was going to be a short series because I heard that, or I saw that it was like about 4 hours long-ish. I think we're like a little bit over, or 2 hours over 4 hours, but that's because I took my time with the sort of exploration and cathartic feeling of the game. Kind of like just examining almost every single nook and cranny that I could find. I might have missed a few things here and there, honestly, but it's not a bad thing, honestly. I think it was not a bad thing that we explored everything that I felt I wanted to explore, and I really did like to see. I like to see the side content that wasn't part of the achievement list or achievement running, though I felt like there could have been more, honestly. Escape from main menu. I like how they're just like, no, you don't want to watch the credit. We're just going to show you can get out of here now. Which most times people will probably exit if they're not doing something like me where I'm recording and stuff or streaming. What else what was I about to say? I see freaking Will Smith and Tim Schafer. What the heck is this? I don't think that's the Will Smith I'm thinking about, but he took a picture of himself. Henry took a pic. We never actually saw Henry until now. Yeah, okay. I didn't think that was Henry. I didn't think that. And the dinosaur toy. So these are additional photos that Henry took. Oh, no, these are additional photos of Brian and Ned as well. Oh. So he processed every single photo that was in the camera. Ah, that's really cool. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna let the credits roll. This is a pretty short credit because it's an indie game, of course. Alrighty. So this is the main menu. Extra things to say? That's it? Just the main menu? Alright, so that's it for Firewatch. Thank you guys for joining me on this series. I will talk about what I think about for the Firewatch here for the rest of this episode. So if you aren't here for that, or don't care for that, feel free to click off. Just knowing, just to let you know, if you haven't bought this game for yourself, or you wonder what the game would have been like if you chose a different path, I'll leave a link down below for all the versions of the game Firewatch you can pick up on. But for now, I'm going to talk about my thoughts of Firewatch because I didn't know what to think about in the credits. It was really hard to say. But anyways, starting off with my thoughts, Firewatch was interesting. I really liked the game's narrative design. Because it had a lot of, and I now know that this is actually Delilah's actual lookout tower. That's really interesting. I didn't think this was her tower all this time. I thought it was some random tower they just constructed, but yeah, it's just Delilah's actual lookout tower. This is really cool. But no, what I want to say is that this game was really cool with the narrative design. I like that it was automated, or it's voice acted. Like it had all the voice acting inside of every character line. It was nice to get every reaction you can get from the game, and they had like 3 multiple choices every time almost. From silence to actual just little silly choices. I really like the narrative design of this whole thing, really, because it's really cool to see to get a reaction from this sort of character named Delilah that we barely get to know beyond what we ask of her or talk to her about. We never even see Delilah, like, image-wise, like, visually. We don't even know what she looks like. We have to imagine what she looks like. While Henry gets the whole visual details, and Brian and Ned the same, but Delilah doesn't ever really seem to be visualized, and we have to visualize that in our own heads and make an imaginary thought of how Delilah looks like. Even though we kind of know her age, which is kind of depressing that Ned kind of assumes her age, or maybe knows it's her age somehow, but I guess that's the point. I think this game is not too long. Like, it doesn't overstay its welcome. I guess it's on part with how the player feels, and I like that because it gives you sort of like this semi-dynamic of like how long you want to take this game. You can take it slow for like about almost a 10-hour experience maybe, or 9-hour experience, whatever, how long you can take what taking time means. And then you can really speed run this, I bet, as quickly as you can for like the 4-hour mark that a lot of people play it on. I think 4 hours ish, 3 hours ish maybe. Just probably not trying to answer every single response to Delilah in a sense. Yeah, I just think that this whole game is pretty interesting narratively at best. Level design is another key thing in this game. I think that this is a little iffy, I think. Level design I kind of wish was a bit more nicer. A lot of it is like trekking, but I think it really simulates that sort of trekking and hiking and climbing things, but it's just kind of like it creates a lot of friction, and that's the only reason why it took longer for me personally, because I couldn't find my way and I kept going back to my map, which is good and bad at the same time. Good in the sense that it's like immersion, realism, but then bad in like it's just like there's a lot of like blockings that just feels kind of like I wish it would have been better to kind of give a much more clearer sense of where you're looking at, like the what was it, the tree that like had the snowmobiles nearby it and the ski one laying on it, that burned down tree thingy. It was like much more of a good monument to kind of go to and remember that you're there, or like the supply boxes that everybody goes to get their own supply out of the box is a cool monument area to just kind of remember, like, oh, that's where where things are at. Or the cut down electrical lining is another cool one as well. Like you can tell that that's the electrical lining at the end of the game to kind of remember, like, oh, that's where they cut down the thing, and I saw it and it's now fixed and all that. So I think that if anything, it had mixed points of level design work that I could probably wish that was better, but also it was good in some cases as well. At the same time, environmental art, beautiful. The art design, beautiful. Direction of the art, beautiful. Amazing. And I would totally sit in it, minus the fire situation. I could have totally sit in it and cathartically watch the forest just breathe and live as it is, without the thriller storytelling part. I think that the mood of doing cathartic and then going thriller and then back up to cathartic / thriller, like a mix between the two, is kind of interesting. Though I think that the secretive things were really cool to kind of build a misconception of what the story was going to go through. I didn't even anticipate it was going to go into that sort of darkish area of sadness and death with a bit of like, oh, somebody's stalking us kind of thing, like fear. And it's interesting too because it kind of plays a psychological test on the player to say like, oh, maybe they're just going to have to wing it through whatever this is. And kind of like reflect themselves out of it. I honestly don't know how to feel about the romance in this game, though. The romance in this game is optional, obviously, but a lot of it feels kind of weird because it's like, yeah, we have Julia, we have Delilah, and I didn't really know if like I kind of hate it because I don't really know how to think about it because it's so complicated. And I know in real life love is complicated, obviously, but this is a complicated reality where you start off with Julia, you make that path for yourself, and then you found out the reality is that Julia actually did mentally or physically, psychologically is gone. Like she's not really herself anymore. So what is Henry to do to go back to her anyways? And so that's the point where I feel like it is guilty. I am guilty of trying to allow Henry to try to move on with Delilah, but then Delilah doesn't want him to move on from Julia because of the simple fact that she forgot him. But at the same time, she really doesn't remember Henry at all. She just thinks he's just some stranger. And every time we come back, he's just some stranger with a ring that belongs to Julia. I mean, there is a case where I did put on the ring. I think maybe that's like extra points to say, hey, I haven't moved on as a character, as being Henry. But honestly, I just don't know. Like, it's mixed. Like, it really feels like it's a full roleplay kind of situation where they really want you to roleplay as Henry. But it's hard for me personally because I like to divest off of it because I don't know how to react if the story's created for a character named Henry, or if the story's created to give me as a player the sort of sense of being that person. And I think that it's a lot of games, not just this game, but like, I don't know, like an actual CRPG or RPG, like Baldur's Gate 3, Divinity Original Sins 2, Fallout, Skyrim, like, those things are based on the player, me, the player. But in this game, it's like, it's trying to do the player, but then we want to just say you're not really fully the player, you're not fully the main character, you're Henry too, which is kind of like the Witcher 3 Geralt situation. And I think for Geralt, it's easy to write to say that you're not Geralt. You're just playing for Geralt. You're playing for the character. Here, it's like, it's hard because it's trying its best to do the thing where they want the player to play for Henry, but in fact, it's unfortunately mixing in the, you're playing for Henry, but you're also playing as yourself at the same time, because it's first person, and a lot of the dialogue choices feel kind of like conflicting with you as a player. Like, you're like, do I do this or do I do that? So it's hard to really put eggs in the basket for Henry as a player to kind of feel invested in that character, and I just feel annoyed with it because I'm like, I want to be Henry, but I don't want to be myself. But then at times I'm like, I don't know what to think about, so I have to think it in my way, so that my way would be Henry's way, which makes zero sense to me sometimes. It mixes it up too much that I just feel like it's conflicting with me personally about how I feel about the game's narrative choices sometimes. But as I said, the narrative design is nice though, in a way, because it actually does a good job at trying to give reactions to everything I do. So obviously I think that's the best part of it than just the choices we make, I guess. And I really just tangent back to the beginning of the narrative design stuff. But anyways, otherwise I think everything else is great. Music is great, I think. I think there was a lot of cool music. I just heard it in a very low low tone. And what else? And yeah, like that's pretty much all I could say about this game, I think. There's nothing more, like gameplay doesn't really have much besides just moving and pressing E at certain locations and stuff like that. And picking up stuff and keeping stuff and reading stuff. So there isn't a whole lot of crazy things going on in this game. But I do suspect that this game is meant to be that sort of experience where it's small, fast, and quick, and then to the point. But anyways, that's it for this Firewatch. There might be more to say, but I usually take my time to digest what I went through as a player, and I can come up with new things to talk about with any game that I play. Honestly, I really do have a lot more to say in a lot of games that I play through in the past. In the past, in both the channel and also on my own time. I actually play a lot of games on my own time as well. And personally, I think this is one of those many games that just makes me think a lot more about the design choices, the narrative choices, and yeah, there's just like the whole crazy thing about it. I remember watching a GDC talk, I think, from one of the devs, I think. I might be wrong. But I remember something about the narrative choices being one of the things talked about, but I don't remember too much of it because I've seen too many GDC videos, too many game developer conference videos. But anyways, other than that, I'll leave a link down below, as I said, for all the versions of the game you can pick up on. I mostly think it's Steam only because I don't remember seeing it on console much. Maybe there is one on Xbox and PlayStation, but I can't remember for the life of me if they're still there or not. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it for this series. What's next for the series? I actually have something downloaded and ready to go. I'm gonna record it right after this one, I think. Yeah, I can try to record it right after this one. And then we'll start that series off right after this one, which is going to be uploaded and to the public 3 days after this video is up already. So it'll probably be a new game, new series. Another short one, I believe it is. I might be wrong. It might be a medium-sized series, who knows. I say medium, short, and long because I kind of put criteria of how long it takes to beat the game in a sense. For me, short is like around 15 hours and less. Medium games would be like 16 hours all the way to 30, and then 30 and beyond is like 31 and beyond is like long game playtime, because those usually ends up being longer series for me, honestly. 30 hours is pretty long though at the same time, but I think that's a psychological thing in my head when it comes to recording, where it would be long. But anyways, point is, we're kind of going through some short games as much as possible. And I'm counting about like 5 of them at least, 5-6 of them. So yeah, this was one of them, drop in the bucket kind of thing, where I want to just get through some short games in the meantime. So, other than that's pretty much it for the series. That's it for this channel's episode of this Firewatch. Hope to see you guys in another game or another video of mine. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day, week, and night, or whenever watching this. once again, enjoyed Firewatch, enjoyed my time with it. I love the twists and the surprises. Had some mixed feelings on a few things here and there, but I think that ultimately this game is definitely worth the playthrough. If you haven't played the game yourself, I definitely recommend it, especially with the multiple different choices you can take, and a certain way you can roleplay Henry as like a certain kind of character would be really cool for you to try that out for yourself. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, other than that, Roz out.